Hello everyone, my name is LordBud and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today we're going to be building this little machine here. It's kind of an automatic dispenser slash dropper machine, but it actually has many other uses. Pretty much it can, I don't know, it can do stuff based off of items that are in some type of container. But in this particular example, we're going to be making some automatic dispensers slash droppers, basically depending on what you want to do with it, if you want to dispense or if you want to drop. But anyway, yeah, let's get right into the video. So this is actually going to be a really short video. So I'm going to go ahead and very quickly kind of show off the machine a little bit first, and then I'll show you how to build it. It's really simple to do both of those things. So let's show it off and see what it can do. Okay, so here we have the machine. This one has a dispenser, and that's because of what we're about to do with it. So if we go ahead and put the shulker box, it has some items in it. We go ahead and place it right there. We can see some stuff is actually about to happen, and it just equipped us with some armor. So I guess that's kind of a use. You can use it like that. That's what I did for this particular example. And this works on Java Edition. I'm pretty sure it works on the Bedrock Edition as well. Well, anyway, it's really simple to build. So let's get into the build. So to build this, first we're going to start with either a dispenser or a dropper. That's going to be a case-by-case use on what you want to launch out of it. So I'll just do a dispenser. So then you're going to take a redstone comparator and you're going to put it facing out the back. You could do it on the side as well, but for this particular example, we're going to do it out the back. Now, this block right here, behind it, we're going to destroy that block and put a sticky piston in the ground with the sticky side facing upwards. You could build this a block above the ground and then it wouldn't be broken in, but that's up to you. Now, right here, we're going to go ahead and place an observer like this. So that way the red part is sticking out the back, and the face is right here by the comparator. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to place a temporary block on top of this observer. It doesn't matter what it is. It's going to be destroyed in a minute. We're going to place the observer right on there. So that way the red part is right above the dispenser. Now, optionally, you can put a hopper here, or you can just put items directly into there. So let's get some items. Let's get just these hoppers. We'll put them into there, and there we go. Now, if you put them directly into there and it has stuff in here to feed out of, then it will stay upward. Now, if you actually use a hopper and feed stuff into it, it'll go up and down. So it's a little bit noisier that way. So, you know, you can do with it what you want. I have a lot of hoppers now. So that's pretty much the main gist of it and how it works. So basically, what is happening is when there are items inside of this, it's the comparator is seeing the items in it and it's powering the piston. And the piston pushes up this, which basically just makes a very fast timer that activates this, and it goes on. Okay, so it doesn't work exactly the same on the Bedrock Edition of Minecraft, but you can make the pretty much exact same device with just a few extra things. Basically, just a few bits of redstone and a redstone repeater. It takes up a little bit more space, but it essentially does the same thing. So, yeah, I'm going to show you how to build that right now. So much like the other one, you start with either a dispenser or a dropper. And then, of course, we're going to have our piston here. And we're going to have our observer. And just like in the other one, we're going to have an observer like this too. So this is very similar, but because of the way redstone in Bedrock Edition works, this observer isn't going to power the dispenser like this, so we're going to have to go ahead and put a redstone line there. And if we were to put the comparator here, it wouldn't power the piston the same way because of the way that redstone works on Bedrock Edition. Okay, so the way this works is so we have this here, and if we dig out an area here like that, then we can go ahead and put our comparator, and then out of that comparator you need to put a repeater, because comparators give out a signal based off of how many items are in there. So if we want the signal to be strong and reach the piston, we have to have this, and then we just run a redstone line like this, connect it into there. You can connect it with a repeater, but you won't really need to. And then you put your items in, and there you go. It works exactly just like the other one. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit slower, but for the most part it seems to be exactly the same. So this will work on any Bedrock Edition platform, in my case on my PC. Yeah, that's how you build it on the Bedrock Edition. So now we're gonna go back over to my Java Edition world, and I'll show you a few different examples where this can be useful. These same examples can be used on Bedrock. I just already have them prepared on the Java Edition, so we're gonna swing back over there real quick and check those out. So I'm gonna show you guys a few different examples of how to use this. For this first example, let's say maybe you want some items to go up a water elevator. Let's say it's at like the collection system of some kind of like automatic farm or something, and you want items to go up a water elevator. Well, what you do is you just put your dispenser there, or a dropper, depending on what you're putting up there, and you just put it there, and boop, and there you go. Your items are going up, being flung up into the air. Now, a thing using a dispenser is actually you can toss shulker boxes in there, so I really should be using a dropper in this particular case. But anyway, let's quickly move on to our next example. Our next example is right here. This is a twisting vine farm that I built in another tutorial. Here's a very similar weeping vine farm, and you can use the exact same setup I'm about to show over here on this one as well. But so what we can do is, instead of manually using our bone meal on that, is if we had, for example, a bunch of bone meal on hand, and I'm using shulker boxes for all of these examples. That's just ease of my own use. You definitely don't need those. You could have them connected into anything. You could have this connected into a bone meal farm itself. I actually have a bone meal farm over there. There'll be a card in the description to the tutorial that I made for it. But what you can do is, using a dispenser, you can just pop in your bone meal, and there we go. It will actually completely automate the farm for you. It's just kind of a little bit noisy, but yeah, that's one example. Let's go look at the next example I've prepared. Let's say maybe you have a room so full of zombies that they're popping out the ceiling to try and get out. What you can do is you can hook this thing up with some arrows, and you can you can shoot them. Now, this is kind of a silly example, but this actually does work pretty well. I tested it beforehand. This will actually kill pretty much all the zombies, and this is one of the faster arrow machines I've seen as far as arrow launchers go. It's even faster if you fill the dispenser and then have this as just a backup. Yeah, this is kind of a crazy fast, and then you can put some lava in front of it. Maybe this isn't a totally ideal thing. You know, if you had maybe a mob farm, you could use this if you just wanted drops. I don't think you're going to get any XP from this. Or maybe you just want to troll your friends by having, you know, some arrows. Maybe you put this thing right by their bed, so that way they can't, you know, they can't exist without dying. You know, just totally bed trap your friends. I'm sure that's a kind thing people do with their friends. I would know if I had friends. Yeah, that's all the examples I prepared for today. I think it's kind of a cool machine. Maybe you do too. I think it's really useful in a lot of different areas. Personally, I use it a lot. I was using it on a sugarcane farm that I had once that was actually just really OP. It was a 0 ticker. I mean, actually, I still have it on a different world where those work. And it was this style thing right here, for putting it up a water elevator, and it was insane. It worked very well for me. It was, you know, it was super good. I liked it a lot. I've used these for other things in the past. I've used them for things like this in videos. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy little machine. It's really simple to build, but I think it's actually very powerful. And there's a lot of other applications you can use other than just spitting things out. Very quickly, I modified this here, where all we have to do is, if we put an item in here, then it turns on the lamp. And, you know, there's other various, you know, things you could do with it. It's just an example. You could maybe have it like this, where there's items in it, and they're going out of a hopper into this. And once they're empty, then the light will turn off. I don't know, maybe that's not the most useful thing in the world, but there's other applications you can use. Basically, it finds if there's items in a container, and it puts out a signal, and I'm sure you can find a way to split that signal up. But yeah, as I was saying, I hope you liked the video. I hope it helped you out. I hope you can use this somehow. And yeah, if you I'd like to thank you for watching the video. Extra special thank you if you watched it this far. If you liked the video, of course, go ahead and leave a like, and, you know, go ahead and subscribe. I think that's what YouTubers say at this point in the video. Yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video. So yeah, until next time, goodbye everyone. But first, and this is basically just a message to my subscribers, this video, as you may have noticed, is posted very late in the day. Just like all of my videos for the past few weeks have been just very late posts, and I apologize about that. That's not the type of schedule I plan to be keeping. Just a lot of, you know, things have been going on recently, and maybe this is kind of an unexpected thing, maybe it's not, but I don't live alone. I live with other people, and the time in which I can, you know, just have some quiet time to record without, you know, a bunch of voices in the background is it's not often. Well, I mean, it's there's enough time to do it. It's just sometimes it's inconsistent, and, you know, I've just had kind of a busy few weeks, and yeah, you know, different things that people do. So anyway, I'm trying to get back into a schedule of posting much earlier in the day, and a little bit more consistently on that basis. So yeah, apologies about that. And for any of my subscribers who may not understand what my post schedule is, because it has been kind of hectic recently, if you're a new subscriber, you might not know. It's pretty much every day except Sunday, and sometimes Saturdays I like to skip, because, you know, my Saturdays are pretty much always pretty busy. So anyway, I hope that was helpful for somebody. I hope, you know, somebody who maybe didn't understands now. And my apologies about posting videos at you know, at 9 o'clock at night. But anyway, this has been Lord Bud, and until next time, goodbye everybody.